To set up consisting Roco Z21, it is only possible with the Z21 app on the telephone. First thing that you need to do, go into settings, locomotive settings, choose the specific locomotive that you want to set the settings for. At this moment I am looking for the suburban motor coach. It is on 128 speed steps, DCC, it's active, but there is a problem. It should be on the regular speed steps, and then the traction settings, there is nothing yet, and that is what we will do now next. So go back to the control panel, and then we choose that specific locomotive, which is there, and we set up 7 speed steps in the right hand direction, and I stop there. You also need a timer, and I'm using my wristwatch that can count in seconds and stop and reset to 0. And on the track itself I have a measured piece that starts at the end of that platform, and about 1.5 meters further down the track where this telephone pole is. When the locomotive reaches that end, I stop the clock or the timer, and that gets read into the traction settings, which I will show you just now. Okay, I have set up the locomotive, and then I need to be very coordinated, pressing the go button to switch track power on and the start stop button on my watch simultaneously. Or I can, at this moment, because it's not right at the platform, give it start. We'll do the first run with 2 bars, which is equal to 12 speed steps. So I'll press go, and then when it reaches the platform, I'll press my watch, and then we need to move to the other end. And when it reaches the telephone pole, I stop. And that is also a dead section of track, so it won't run off the tracks. And then I need to read that value of 30 seconds into the telephone. Let's just get a better view. I have now recorded a time of 30 seconds for speed step 21. Now to read that in, we go back to settings, locomotive settings, choose the specific locomotive, the suburban motor coach, traction settings, add, and we said that was 21 speed steps if my memory serves me correctly, and that was 30 seconds. All time is put in seconds. Even if it's more than a minute, you put 60 seconds plus, so it can be 90 seconds for 1.5 minutes, etc. Plus, and then you add the next lot, and also the direction of travel. So the next one will come back from that side, so I change the direction, and then we can add the next one. So let's scroll back to control panel and stop, and then we go up to, this time, speed step about 37, and then let's get the locomotive ready to roll. Again, we will press the start button on the telephone, the go button that is interrupting the power to the track, and the timer simultaneously, and when it reaches the beginning of the platform I will stop the timer, and that will be read in as this next speed steps. Now we will capture the time in reverse, coming back from the marker on the right hand side to the platform on the left. So let me press the go button on the telephone app and also on my watch. And that gives me 16 seconds. And on 37 speed steps. So again we go out of the control into settings, locomotive settings, choose the suburban motor coach, traction settings, and we add, and that was on speed step 37. And the time for that was 16.05 seconds. So we key in 16.05, and we can do another. I prefer to do about 5 and in the different directions. So this one is going to go the opposite direction again. So just change the direction, because I found sometimes that the times differ between the directions of travel depending on the locomotive setup and the motor and decoder, etc. This specific unit, if I recall correctly, has got a lens decoder in it. We go back to the control panel. That loco is still on go. This time we've done 37, so we can go to about 60 or a bit less. So yeah, about 60 will be fine, and then 2 more, and going to the right this time. Ready, steady, go. On speed step 60, 9 seconds, 0.31. So let's key that in. You have seen how I do it, so I won't show it again. And let's do one more coming back from the telephone pole and one more to the right. Always make sure that the last one is the maximum speed of 126 speed steps. This time we're trying on 102 speed steps from right to left in 3, 2, 1, go. The last run at 126 speed steps. 2, 1, go. That run was exactly 4.1474 seconds, 4.74, and that will be keyed in, and then we will see if we can match it up with another locomotive. Once the speed steps has been read in, there's a button saying done, and you press that, and then that will save all the, this one is next, 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 and then it says done. Press the done button and all the information is stored in the app. Now let's see how to set up a multiple unit. Consist. Go to locomotive settings, and you will see on top there is a couple of things. We want a train, and then you can plus add, and it gives you the options. We want a train, and then it has new train, and you can change the name. So I will just erase what is there and say motor coach, and then I can go to the plus to add locomotives to this consist. Of course, I need to add the motor coach. And let's see which other Lima loco. There's Blackie, then I call that one. And then we can go back. You can see Blackie and the motor coach. It shows inactive. Click it on active. Go back, go back, go back. Go to the control panel. And then swipe up, and right at the bottom you can see motor coach. You can select that and it will then show me the different locomotives, motor coach and Blackie. Currently it shows me Blackie, so I can turn the light on and off, or the motor coach I can turn the light on and off. But let's see if we can put both on the track and see how well they're. The original little black locomotive have developed a problem, so I have used this blue, which is also a Lima locomotive. And let's see how well the two run together in a consist. Unfortunately, they can't couple because the one has still got Lima couplers and the other one has got KDs. Come back this way. See, they are not connecting, they are keeping their distance more or less the same, so I would say that is quite a successful consist.